So this video is that good. So in this video I had a little bit of a pig. Sorry. Yeah. Then my nails kept on getting bigger. Or others who have been harmed by conspiracy theories who say that this has made them feel like perhaps there's accountability here in the civil courts, taking a case like this, which is about harassment, rather than from the social media companies or the law enforcement.
Oh yeah, thank you. The time is very nearly 6:45. I've got a story this evening. 3 people have been found dead.
My nose got way big. I was so scared.
At a care home in Greece.
Then it shrunk. So small. It got a baby. That's my little story. Please don't mind it, but it's not the end of the video. I don't even know what that was. Oh, I got my switch here. It's on a level. How is that possible?
A former senior official on Israel's National Security Council has called
But you gotta you can
refuse orders that could lead
gotta
to
get up there. It's not possible.
Aaron Ezion, who served on the
Get I'm gonna go on my one.
war crimes might already have been committed in Gaza. Israel rejects allegations that its forces
Hello.
are carrying out need. The leading British war crimes lawyer, Professor Philip Sands, said that while Israel had a right to self-defense, it was clear to any reasonable person that war crimes were being committed. Israel is not allowing international journalists, including the BBC, independent access to Gaza. Our special correspondent Fergal Keane has been working with BBC Verify to bring you this report, a warning it contains distressing images.
It is a vast, unfolding crisis.
I don't know that.
Israel filmed these images of people fleeing the offensive by its forces in northern Gaza.
I know when there's notifications popping up.
Hungry. Frightened.
Yes, it happened. So let me see if I've been playing my levels. Whoa, my camera's down.
Your lives are in danger, says the voice from the loudspeaker. They carry what they
It came off YouTube, innit?
away from their homes, with no knowing when they will be allowed to return. Elsewhere, the Israeli military screens the men for anyone suspected of links with Hamas.
Wowzers, houses. Wait, what day is it today? It's 23rd. Oh, lots of these happened on the 23rd. I'm so happy.
This man is crying, "All my children are gone." Another says to him, "I've been telling you for a week that you should leave your house."
Poor guy.
An exhausted nurse sent this voice note.
We don't have water. We can check with that.
Hello? So, yeah.
So, water. They don't accept until now. We don't know what will happen tomorrow. That's what I heard.
So, yeah. I'm gonna try to do this level.
Very, very bad.
Come on,
The Israel Defense Forces blame Hamas for this, saying they use
this is such
population
the
as
easy
human
level.
shield. We spoke about the crisis with one of Britain's most senior war crimes lawyers. He's led cases against Myanmar for genocide and on Israel's occupation of the Palestinian territories at the International Court of Justice. Professor Philippe Sands, KC, says Israel has the right to self-defense after the October 7th attack, but is now breaking international law.
It has to be proportionate. It has to meet the requirements of international humanitarian law. It's distinguished between civilian and military targets. It doesn't allow you to use famine as a weapon of war. It doesn't allow you to forcibly deport or evacuate large numbers of people. It's impossible to see what is going on now in Gaza, as it's impossible to see what happened on the 7th of October and not say crimes are screaming out.
There's little public dissent over the army's conduct of the war,
Hello.
but one prominent figure is now breaking ranks. Iran Etzion served under 4 Israeli prime ministers.
No public
He's the former
classes.
deputy
Yeah, my
secretary
levels are
to the
getting
National
popular.
Security
I'm so
Council.
happy right
The
now.
critical Prime Minister Netanyahu
What?
declared him leading Israel into war crimes. Do you believe war crimes are taking place?
I feel that they might be, yes.
And what should they do?
Oh God.
Something that might be suspected is a crime. We were attacked savagely on
Someone done this every 50 seconds. When I asked a 50% clear weight. Oh God, he's so good. He's the best.
And we obviously had and still have the full
Whoa. Needs to get fire.
But this doesn't
He
give
dead.
us the
He
right
died.
to obviously not to commit war crimes. And also not to sink to the level of the terrorist organization.
Focus it.
People are still fleeing Jabalia.
No.
We asked the IDF for an interview, but they said no spokesperson was available today. They did refer us to an earlier statement.
I shouldn't be
Said
doing
the IDF
that.
continued to operate as always found.
That was the last one. Yeah, you're the lucky one.
And today the Army's humanitarian relief wing said they were committed to allow.
That's what I'm doing. I'm gonna get all these points by collecting these things.
This is Israel's narrative. But with scenes of civilian suffering flowing out of northern Gaza, it has been widely challenged. Frederick Keane, BBC News, Jerusalem.
3 people have died after a boat carrying migrants sank in the tunnel. The French Coast Guard launched a rescue operation this morning after
Yeah, guys, I'm going to make a new level.
off tunnel. Dozens of survivors were found during the search. The number of people dying after taking cocaine in England in 1 year. It helped drive a record level of drug-related deaths in 2023, according to the Office for National Statistics.
Someone done this level in 34
Men
seconds.
born in the 1970s. At the time, it was here. What's behind this?
Guys, I'm going to make a harder level.
Wales was just around 5,500 last year, an
do it.
increase of 11% on 2022. Most of nearly half the deaths were because of the misuse of opiates, heroin, and morphine. And the northeast of England is the highest rate of drug-related deaths. But as
It's
you
also
say,
not going to be
cocaine
you, Mario,
saw
so
the biggest rise in deaths.
this is
Last
going
year,
to be
around 1,100 deaths were linked to cocaine.
sand
30%
desert.
higher than the year before.
What is
10
you?
times higher than they were
And
a
it's not
decade
going to
ago.
be that,
Now,
Mario.
for the past
It's
number
going
of
to
years,
be.
cocaine has been the second most popular illegal drug for people to consume in England and Wales.
So one of those
Second
you.
only to cannabis, and obviously the more people that take a dangerous substance, the more they are likely
Okay,
to
let's
die from
start
it.
this up.
There are a couple of other things going on as well. Production of cocaine globally, according to the
It's going to
United
be
Nations,
hard.
in recent years has hit record levels. That has meant that it is more plentiful and also that it is purer. Secondly, there are some experts saying that action taken by the police to actually tackle the supply of some of the agents that have been put into cocaine has actually led to it becoming purer as well, the stuff that is being sold on the streets. One other point that some charities are making as well is this, that there's been a rise in synthetic opioid, or
Mistake.
misuse of synthetic opioids in recent
Erased
years.
it.
Drugs like nitazens, they are much more powerful, more dangerous than heroin, and they are saying, the charities are saying that's going to lead to even more drug-related deaths.
That could be can. Thank you. The Home Secretary, Hervé Cooper, has announced that
Test it out.
who face prosecution will not be named unless they...
It worked!
Hervé Cooper announced a range of measures days after the Metropolitan
Now they got
Police
every fun
announced
way
a
up,
case in which
because
it's
that
clear
can't
of
be it.
murdering Chris Cover in South London 10
Doors.
years ago. Our UK correspondent Adina Campbell reports.
Armed police on the streets 2 days after one of their colleagues was cleared of murder. Thank you.
Alright, I gotta see this.
Today, the Home
So that
Secretary
goes
announced
there.
new measures to help restore confidence for both the police and
So
the
maybe
public they
that
protect.
door.
When officers act in
Gotta go in
crisis
there.
situations on behalf of the state, it is vital that those
Maybe I gotta give them an item as well.
further danger during any subsequent legal proceedings. So we will therefore introduce a presumption of anonymity for
Hold on, let me make him
subject
good.
to his criminal trial following a police shooting in the course of their professional duties.
So now we can make this a
to the point
key
of
door.
conviction. It comes after the killing of Chris
Right,
Kane,
that's
a
doing
subsequent
festive.
trial of the firearms officer who shot him during a police stop 2 years ago. The decision to name Martin Blake and charge
What's
him
on the
with
pipe?
murder prompted several officers who felt they weren't being properly supported for doing a difficult and dangerous job to hand in their firearms licences. The Home Secretary thanked them for their bravery, but stressed rebuilding public trust was crucial. Other government measures announced today include speeding up the process for the police watchdog to send cases to the Crown Prosecution Service, as well as raising the bar for those referrals. And officers found guilty of the most serious offences.
Hello, this is going to be a long video. I don't even know what I'm doing. I'm already making a new thingy. I'm already making a new logo, and I'm doing this as a video. That's so weird, right? All safety blocks. Yeah.
Cases we're hearing about, especially when it comes to black people, is that we seem to get the most severe course of action taken upon us, and this is fundamentally enraging, and it should not be happening in this present day.
With sensitive and strong views on both sides, it's hoped building better relationships will help bring about the change wanted by police and the community. Adina Campbell, BBC News.
Now, the King and Queen have arrived in the South Pacific for a 4-day state visit, which includes a meeting of Commonwealth leaders there. The royal tour, which has already taken in Australia, is the King's biggest since he began treatment for cancer. Katie Watson reports.
This small island nation extended a big welcome to the King and Queen. It's the first time King Charles has attended the
If I
Commonwealth
go to room
Cabinet
1,
meeting.
I'm going to give this a tiny little test out. I got to test it out to make sure it works.
The main road from the airport to the capital is one long welcome party. Villages across Somaliland Island have been sprucing up their homes, ready for this week's visitors.
Okay, so you kill him, you get the key to that door, and you walk. Okay, I might need to turn this around real quick, so they could
The
get
king
in.
may be in the spotlight,
Then
but
they
so
get
too
in
are
that
the
pipe.
issues that matter to him. And there are issues that also matter to islanders.
Then they get in this
Pacific
scary
is
room.
particularly vulnerable to
Good.
rising sea levels.
Might need
While
another
here, the
one.
king's chosen to visit a mangrove restoration
That will take
project
out fire.
and a national park.
I'm gonna make you big, and also you big.
The king will then spend Friday with Commonwealth leaders. Climate is expected to once again dominate the agenda. But at this meeting of nations brought together by British colonisation, talk of historic links to the slave trade are bound to come up. The government has ruled out an apology, and financial reparations are not on the agenda either. Neither would the king be able to say anything, as he needs the government's approval. He will though address leaders and host a dinner on Friday, before he and the Queen make their long
The
journey
key is in
home.
Bowser.
Katie Watson, BBC News from Samoa.
The American basketball star LeBron James has made NBA history with his son after they became the first father-son duo to share a court in a competitive match. It didn't last long, just 2 minutes and 41 seconds, but LeBron and his 20-year-old son Bronny were on court together during
Guys,
the
they won't let me
Los
turn-
Angeles
oh, there you go,
season
finally.
opener against the Minnesota Timberwolves, and it was enough for his books. LeBron James is now in
Okay,
his
then you kill
22nd
Bowser.
season in the NBA and has yet to say when he plans to call time on his career.
So if you kill Bowser, you go here.
Jeff Capes, the
In this
British
pipe.
shot put record holder and 2-time world's strongest man, has died. He was 75. Capes set the record for the furthest shot put throw by a British man in 1980. He competed for Great Britain at 3 Olympic Games and won 2 Commonwealth titles. Well, our sports
Okay, this is
correspondent
festive
Andy
level. I'm
Smith
gonna
joins
try
us
it
now,
out.
and he became a household name, didn't he?
That's right, Sophie. Yes, we talk about big characters in sport. Well, they didn't get a lot bigger than Jeff Capes. He was a huge man, nearly 2 metres tall, with that famous bushy beard. He grew up in rural Lincolnshire, where he first used his strength to lug sacks of potatoes around the farm. But as you say, he then blossomed into one of Britain's greatest shot putters. He twice won the Commonwealth title
Yeah.
in 1974 and 1978. And as you say, his British record still stands to this day. But
Then this is the crazy one. That is an intense one.
This won the world's strongest man competition. You might remember him doing things
Because
like
pipes
lugging
kind of stop the
shots
bad
around.
guy from getting
He
it.
was also the winner of the World Highland Games on 6 occasions. And if that wasn't quite enough, he also won a world title for breeding budgerigars. Fair to say he was quite a character, and he will be sorely missed.
Certainly is. Andy Swift, 20, just takes to his head at the age of 75. Now let's have a look at the weather. Louise Litt is here to tell you. Hello.
Hello, Sophie.
And
Well,
here
despite
we
some
are going
fog
to
around,
add.
what a lovely day. It really has been quite a miserable autumn so far.
Oh, hello, that's
We've
not right.
had sunshine topping and quite literally tailing the country. This was Dumfries and Galloway earlier on.
We are
and
going to have a
beautiful
tiny
sunshine
Diaz in here.
closing out today along that Kent coast as well. That is because we've got high pressure with us at the moment. It is going to slip its way slowly eastwards, and the winds will start to strengthen a little.
I'm going to turn you around.
Strongest of the winds further north and west, but that means it will be fog-free overnight. We keep some clearer skies, but more of a breeze running through the Irish Sea, and eventually we'll start to see some rain threatening us to far northwest. But it will hold us for most of the day.
Okay, I think you need like fire in here. I'll add
Not a bad start
fire.
today. A lot of sunshine around. Cloudy weather permanent as we go through the day. The wind strengthening gets close to 50 miles an hour.
But I'm going to make it harder. You'll have to defeat 2 Bowsers. By that, I might need to make a pipe that makes fire.
Now then, it becomes a little bit more tricky as we move in.
Oh, I might make enough one as well.
As low pressure moves in, the position of that low still subject to change, but it will strengthen the winds and it will bring outbreaks of rain at times. Maybe some fog to begin with first thing on Friday morning, but generally not too bad a day. Again, those temperatures are where they should be for this stage in October. But it looks likely that that low pressure will continue to increase the score as we go into the weekend. And we've seen weather fronts starting to spill in from the north. So always the winds get a bit more of a feature. There will be outbreaks of rain, particularly from the east. But that's going to be this weekend across the central and southern UK.
Okay, I don't need to do that. I can just declare
That's it from the BBC News at 6. I'll be back with all the latest at 10. Right now, though, it's time to join our colleagues for the news world.
A very warm welcome. Coming up on BBC London. A hole in the wall and floors secured with sticky tape. We're at one of London's hospitals in a constant state of repair, desperate for government funding to rebuild.
Divert more time, effort and money towards keeping the lights on, and eventually there'll come a point where it's impossible in some of our buildings.
Also on tonight's programme, following Chris Kavler case, the Home Secretary announces firearms officers on trial over shooting suspects will not be identified unless convicted. Plus,
Yeah, I can't believe that we got it. Unbelievable.
Hello.
into the record books as East Londoner Max Levine becomes the first wheelchair user with a tetraplegic spinal injury to climb Kilimanjaro.
Just
To your left, you'll see a beautiful view of the Grand Canyon.
upload. Guys, this is so long level. I mean video. Yeah. Oh my god.
In Venom.
I completely forgot I was in the. What is that? Look, can you see that dot? So this is how you do the level. So you can't really see that. You gotta defeat this guy to get past to the next one.
One big area is, of course, the NHS. Health bosses have asked the government to support plans to rebuild some of the capital's crumbling hospitals. The previous government identified 6 hospitals
Go in that part.
which needed urgent action.
Then it's bad here. It's the bad part.
At one of them, St Mary's Hospital, you can see there in Paddington, has the worst maintenance backlog in the country.
This is the little bit of a hard part.
He's returned to the hospital to see how staff and patients are coping.
It doesn't look like an ideal setting for 21st century healthcare. Victorian buildings still in use, some parts closed permanently, rooms here shut while the pillar holding up the building is being strengthened. Mintbury, like much of St Mary's, not in mint condition.
Some of these buildings are nearly 180 years old and they're still providing healthcare to them. This is not a sustainable solution in the long term.
Yeah, you gotta kill this guy now.
And eventually there'll come a point where it's impossible to do that building.
Because if you don't, you won't be able to beat the level.
Lead nurse Nadia goes a quick run along one of the walls. Its corridor is too narrow for hospital beds.
As you can see here, we have long corridors that lead all the way up.
There you
all
get
the side
access.
rooms on this side.
Then
we
this
also
shall
have
be
the
the
bus
end.
tape across the field as well. And we do
Yeah.
have a ramp that leads to additional
It's a little bit easy,
libraries over here.
but I'm not gonna
Across
change.
the ward, there is currently no lighting and we are awaiting rewiring.
Inside the patient's side rooms, it's no better. There are holes in the walls, the floor uneven and taped.
The nurses are trying their hardest to give the best possible care that they can give, but it's in an environment that doesn't necessarily aid in better health, but also for the nurses as well to be working in an environment that's not nice. And as their manager, I want to be able to, give them good working conditions, and it doesn't feel like I can do that on this ward at the moment.
Things have in fact got worse here than when we last visited in February, when we went to a pharmacy with a leaking roof. There were crumbling walls everywhere and more uneven floors. Which is why they're watching the budget closely here for any sign that they'll get the go-ahead for a quick rebuild in the near future. They may though have to wait a while.
We are committed to all of the schemes on what the previous government called the New Hospitals Programme. I can say with some certainty now, when we come forward, I know there'll be people who'll be disappointed that it takes longer, but at least we're being upfront and honest with people about that and coming forward with a plan we can actually stick to.
In the meantime, with the running repairs continuing, the hospital is spending around £25 million a year on maintenance across its 3 sites. It's also trying to make the best of the limited space it does have, like rebuilding their urgent treatment centre, doubling its capacity.
We are very innovative and we try very hard with the space that we have. We call people on their mobile so they can go with their relative and sit and talk to you. We can ring them when it's their turn to be seen. But all of these things take time, and there's only so many people that you can do that with. So it actually is very, very difficult.
Things may continue to be tricky. Outside you can see why. Behind the white balcony you can see a listed ramp, once used for horses when the building was first put up in the 1870s. A building they've had to close treatment rooms in, but they were still using in the 2020s.
And Carl's here, and that's just looking at the state of one hospital in the capital. Are they expecting blank or even any checks this time next week?
Well, I think as they go to bed tonight, rest their heads on their pillows, that may be what they dream of, Liz, but it ain't going to happen. We know the government is reviewing the New Hospitals Programme that the previous government had to rebuild 40 hospitals across the country by 2030. Now that review's been going on for a couple of months. And I asked Professor Tim Richard, the Chief Exec at St Mary's, yesterday when we were filming. I said, anyone been in touch with you from the Department of Health to ask what you'd like? How's that review going? Apparently no one has been in touch.
I'm just gonna sort this out.
He was hopeful and he thought it would be helpful if they did get in touch. And I know it's not just a situation at St Mary's, actually. That is happening with all the other trusts that we saw in your introduction that are hoping to get new hospitals rebuilt in London. So that's it.
I got to tell if you can actually go in this way.
The health secretary saying there that the timeline is going to change.
But that's it gone.
Is not
Oh,
going
you
to
see
hit
that's
the
it go.
hospitals. They will prioritise the ones that have that confidence, but the others may have to wait longer.
And it's fair to say, it's not just
Okay,
buildings
good.
that
It's so
hospitals
safe
will be
then.
hoping for help from the Chancellor.
Yeah, I mean, that's really their long-term aim, is let's get new hospitals, let's get all those rebuilt, because we are spending tens of millions of pounds in London every year just keeping hospitals holding themselves together. But actually what they are going to need in the short term is cash, revenue money, and they will be looking to the government. Some noises coming out of Whitehall, aren't there, that there will be extra money for hospitals. They will desperately need them because I think they were expecting quite a difficult winter ahead.
So all eyes, of course, on next Wednesday and the budget. Carl, for now, thanks ever so much. You're watching BBC London. Plenty more this Wednesday evening, including...
And I'm at the London Garden Museum, where a new exhibition's looking at the capital's thousands of lost green spaces.
Turning now to the ongoing impact of the Chris Cabba case, in which Met Firearms Officer Martin Blake was cleared of murder after shooting the 24-year-old in a police stop in Streatham 2 years ago. As we've been hearing, today the Home Secretary says now the identity of firearms officers facing trial over a shooting will be kept anonymous unless they are convicted. Yvette Cooper's announcement is part of a series of reforms aimed at improving accountability, standards and confidence in the police. Anna O'Neill has been looking at the day's developments.
A firearms officer, Sergeant Martin Blake, was found not guilty of murder earlier this week after Chris Cabba was shot dead in September 2022. Today, there were questions at the London Assembly about what support armed police officers should have if they fatally injure someone in the line of duty.
I think the need is on record offering support to all
Well, guys,
officers and recognising
this is not a long video.
they have to do day in, day out.
Yeah.
The police officer was
I hope you enjoy this long video. Bye.
decision was made to name him.